Ladies and gentlemen, you love the Nintendo 64. I love the Nintendo 64 amongst other retro consoles I grew up with. It makes every retro gamer hornier than usual for people around my age. Well, okay, not exactly the point, but this is a revolutionary console known to all of humanity. It's one I'm glad I got to grow up with ever since my childhood. Not exactly 29 years, but fairly close, though there is something N64 related that I just decided to buy off of AliExpress just for shits and giggles. Needless to say, I decided to go for the retro gaming route regarding emulation, and I decided to go for the Super 64 cartridge, which is supposed to have 340 games in one. And I know some of you guys are probably asking, Jake, why didn't you go for the EverDrive or any of those other more highly technologically advanced game cartridges that are similar to this one? Even though I do have some experience just doing emulation via FreeMcBoot as well as importing games onto a USB thumbstick for my PS2, for the N64 route, this is actually my first time, and I've heard some things related that you can actually delete games and add your own ROMs into it, so even if you have like a Japanese N64 ROM that you want to add onto this, I don't know anything. I can't confirm or deny that myself, but I know for other things similar to this, you can do that, but I don't know about this in particular, so that's something I'll have to experiment off screen. Yeah, I decided to get it because we all know emulation is a pretty black and white area in general, especially if it's pirated, but I don't even know if I would call this pirating in this case, especially since there is a 16 gigabyte micro SD card right in here that contains every single game for both NTSC and PAL regions. One of the things that's very unfortunate is for some games that actually do have a watch battery via a 2032 battery specifically, when that dies out and you don't know any soldering whatsoever, like I don't, you're thinking to yourself, wait, how can I unscrew this and take care of everything? Well, unfortunately, there are other methods of trying to play games in general, even super expensive ones like Clay Fighter Sculptor's Cup, for example. Unfortunately, not every single person has $1,000 plus in their bank accounts at any given moment. Yeah, it's very, I hesitate to call it bootleggy, but it's definitely third-party like, as you can tell. Even though the label itself does scream bootleg, I'll show some pictures of everything from all the different angles. You got N for NTSC and P for PAL, and you got the micro SD card slot like I mentioned, the Super 64 on the back, as well as the instruction label, which actually reads the following, and I quote, "Please turn off the power before insert or take out the cartridge." Okay, this definitely screams Chinese bootleg levels of grammar. Not to poke fun at any of that stuff, but moving on. "Do not rapidly turn the power switch on and off. This could cause damage to the console game box." Game box? I wouldn't even call this a box. "Usually clean the game cartridge." And the next one that's actually right below this, they forgot to add a bullet point down there. "Do not touch the golden edge connectors." So yeah, pretty much self-explanatory. Don't touch that section. "Before changing the game, please turn the console power off, comma." They didn't even add a period on this. "And finally, please press the reset button to back up the game save to SD card." Okay, I'm pretty sure they mean reset to save everything onto the game cartridge itself, or the micro SD card, excuse me. I've heard some good things about it, even for its own price range, but even just by comparing an actual game cartridge, just by, actually just let me put this up front, just by holding up with the golden cartridge of Ocarina of Time, you can definitely tell there is a difference in thickness, even just by holding the two cartridges up or with my fingers like this. The red is definitely a little bit longer, but not by much. It's an emulator cartridge of sorts. It's supposed to be like that, sort of. Yeah, so if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get all this set up to record and do a couple of shots of me filming this with my phone as well as on OBS as well. Plug this in. In fact, I should probably do a little test fit before. Okay, yeah. It's a little bit snug around the edges for where you insert the cartridge, but it's not bad. Also, for anyone wondering, I don't have a whole lot of accessories for the N64, but I do have the expansion pack, so for Donkey Kong 64 and Majora's Mask, that's pretty much a requirement. Oh, and one more thing I forgot to bring up is I'm not going to showcase every single game on this list, gameplay-wise, but I just want to do a little apples-to-apples comparison of a handful of games. So we're going to start with Ocarina of Time and Mario Kart 64, excuse me, and Super Smash Bros. Just to see the difference in how everything plays on these cartridges. BRB, peeps! Okay, I'm about to turn on the console with the Super 64 on. Let's see how things run. Oh. Something doesn't look right, just by judging all this, but all I'm doing is just pushing B, and for some reason it's giving me some weird random things. Hold on, let me, oh. Something's loading, oh. Oh wow, it actually is showing 60 frames per second on this. No idea what, oh, Rareware. Oh, GoldenEye! I've never actually played GoldenEye, so it's good to see the emulation is great. No idea what happened with the main menu just now, but yeah, I'm surprised. And also, I apologize about the resolution that I have. I'm using an RCA upscaler to HDMI, and it's unfortunately one of those El Cheapo boxes that you use to upgrade it, so there's nothing I can really do about that, but here's my file. And perfect timing because of the announcement for Steel Ball Run. I remember getting stuck in the Shadow Temple, I think it was? Yeah, Shadow Temple. Just for one single key. But I'm actually going to do a jump cut here and just teleport myself back to the Kokiri Forest. Yeah, let's just go for 1.2. Push start. Don't press A when starting a game. Push start. As you see, it's loading. Yep, still got the logo. Wait, what the fuck? It just reset it back to the main menu. It just reset it back to the goddamn main menu. Oh.
Idiot!
This is not why I was expecting my first cartridge to go when it comes to emulation. Let's try it again. Okay, so finally skip through the intro scene. So far, just moving around, everything was fine. Even just by rolling, everything's still functional. Don't want to save just yet, because I want to see if I can at least get 1 rupee and then just call it. Oh, there was a glitch. A little bit of a glitch, but not a lot. There's a rupee. There we go. Alright, now that I got my 1 rupee, I am going to save and do the reset to see if it'll actually save. Would I like to save? Game saved. Now, let me reset. Initializing. Okay. Switch back to the D-pad, because that is so tedious. Go back to the Ocarinas of Time. Why did I do that? Okay. It still has my 1 rupee, so that's good. Moving on to Mario Kart 64.
Welcome to Mario Kart. Select your player.
Okay, so before I start Mario Kart 64... No, wait. I thought there were two different versions of Mario Kart, but no. This is Mario Golf 64, which I don't want. And this is Mario Kart 64, which I do want. Charlie from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is my spirit animal. I barely read for shit.
Brett the lawyer, a denial correlation. Pretty good. That's close. It's Brett the Lauder, a dental corporation. The guy's a dentist.
And speaking of Charlie, just for shits and giggles, I'll do Luigi for this round. Doug Bowser pissed us off because of the Switch 2. And it's high price point. Nothing that we can do. Okay, I'll stop. It's hard to tell if either Peach is behind my tail or... Yeah, Peach is definitely on my tail. Because Wario is reading second place, but... I'm seeing Peach. Yes, Luigi, the best Mario bro, bringing all the spaghetti policies into the yard. Red Shell, don't fail me now! If you ain't first, you're last.
I'm Luigi, #1.
And literally neck to neck with Wario right behind me. Final test, Super Smash Brothers. All right. This is it. Yeah. Visually speaking, looks promising. And it runs just as smoothly as the original hardware. Yeah? Oh shit. Goron Tunic versus Kokiri Tunic. I found you, faker! No, do not touch the mallet! Yeah, you're fucked, boy. Oh! Leek was trying to eat that. But yeah. So, the Super 64 Kart. Would I recommend it? It's entirely up to you. If you already have a great catalog of N64 games between Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Conker's Bad Fur Day, so on and so forth, I would just stick to having the original hardware. If you're on a budget and if you're looking for something that's similar to some of those plug-and-play systems without it being complete ass, and if you have an N64, and if you're on a budget, this isn't a bad method, or a bad alternative. And I should also mention that the P only works on PAL region N64s. It doesn't work for any console that's been region locked. Like, in order to play Japanese games, I had to melt the rectangular tabs inside the actual tray itself. Good thing is, I can play both Japanese and American N64 games. That is pretty much all she wrote, folks. So, in the meantime, I'll see you guys next time. Jana.